I would hit, and the car was so banged up. I fucking hit probably 7 cars going around that block.
Totaling cars with that.
Oh,
thing.
dude, just hitting all kinds of shit because
those things are solid.
And
cars.
there was no like mirrors or there was
Driving
no
the house around.
There was no mirrors for sure after I hit the street, but there was no cameras. Nobody knew what had happened, and I would just be in there. And if Dad had to wait to buy stamps, I'd be out there. I'd fucking hit 50 cars, dude. But dude, it was just you would be in crazy scenarios. Odd environments put you in crazy scenarios that other people couldn't fathom, and then it would just kind of get your brain to like a different place.
Yeah.
So your brain was kind of operating in some wild territory. One of the things you said, I wonder how many kids are quiet because they're worried if they just talk, if they affect the world in some way, that it could alter, that they could. Because when you're a child, things are very balanced in your head. Like I remember I would swallow on both sides of my mouth. I would be careful how I stepped. If I counted 1, I had to count 1 on the other side of my brain. I always had like these 2 sides inside of me. And I'm like one over here, like these little things I had to do, right? And
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Ticks.
Little ticks. Yeah. And it was because I had to keep things even. Everything had to be even. And so I wonder how many times kids operate in this space where it's like, I just can't affect anything too much because things, as far as I recognize them, are already like kind of on a uncertain fulcrum, on a one-footed fulcrum, and it's going to get weird, No,
I think you just hit the nail on the head right there.
It's
at
interesting.
least with me.
Yeah.
I think that was, I think you articulated it far better than I did or could have. You're afraid to affect the world because you might change it for the worse. So like, I'm going to stay Switzerland and keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
And I did that for most of my childhood. And then.
But then a lot of the world happens inside of you then.
Yeah.
If it's not happening inside of you, a lot of the conversations and stuff, they happen inside of you, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And I think it can be painful and scary, but also kind of fascinating.
It allows you to be by yourself a lot. And it teaches you and trains you to be alone and thrive in loneliness. And if there's anything, or like with boxing, songwriting, I'm assuming comedy, there's a lot of loneliness to it. You got to be inside your own head a lot in order to do it properly. Like, it's not like, you just go up and play a baseball game and hit a homer, and then, it's this thing you got to stay in all the time.
Yeah.
It's not event based. It's just kind of this state of mentality. And
that's a good point, especially with boxing, because boxing, most of it is the training.
Yeah.
The fights are very rare.
Yeah. The fights are rare and short compared to the training.
So your father was a boxer. How did he get into it? Do you know how?
Yeah. Well, he started probably a year before I was born. He saw Muhammad Ali fight. Muhammad Ali was like his hero. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, so almost like a local dude too. My dad just idolized him. He just watched all his fights, loved everything about him in and out of the ring. I think he was just really inspired by Ali's story, and he literally just wanted to start boxing. And I think the movie Rocky probably just came out around that time too. I bet that probably had something to do with it.
A lot of whites got caught up in that.
Yep. And but I think with the combination of Muhammad Ali and Rocky Balboa, my dad said, "Hey, I want to put on some gloves." And before he knew it, he was fighting. And he started on his own, just like literally fighting anybody, like signing up for tough man competitions. And then he ended up finding this great gym up in Indianapolis and fighting under this coach named Champ Chaney. That was his name. And
Champ Chaney, bring him up. Let's get a gander at him.
Yeah,
I'd like to see this man today.
I can still smell the cigar smoke. That's him, dude.
There you go, Champ.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen him in forever.
Let him have it, Champ.
That second picture right there, that's exactly how I remember. He'd have that same sweater on every time I'd see him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Police Athletic League. That was the POW clubs we'd fight at. Like, we would open up for our dad's fights. Like, when he got into, like, Champ's tutelage, that's when he started, like, really doing well.
Okay.
Because he didn't have any really good training. And very much like how Apollo trained Rocky, Champ trained my dad.
Got
And,
it.
He like reformatted his whole style. He taught him footwork. He taught him head movement. He taught him all the things that he lacked fundamentally. Because my dad was just a tough guy with a mean punch and a heart of a lion.
Oh, yeah.
And he could just train.
Loved to train.
He loved to train. He loved to work. And Champ loved that about him, his work ethic. He'd show up to Indianapolis, he'd spar anybody. I remember him getting up in the morning and literally having to peel his eyes open to see us because of just sparring, not from a fight, just sparring those dudes in Champ's gym.
Dude, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, I mean, he had a lot of guys that didn't care for him, and I remember, him talking about that. Like, he really had to fight for his spot at that gym.
Your dad did?
He did. And
What reasons would they have not to care about him or care for him?
I think, I think Champ maybe favored him because he really put in a lot of work.
Got it.
And I think Champ saw what he was going through. He was bringing his kids to the gym and he was very much out of sorts there culturally. And he was fighting an uphill battle and the wind was in his face and he just still kept going forward. And I feel like, that's what Champ saw in him. And so when we started boxing as a kid, I mean, my first memories are the sounds of these fights. Like that right there, like I can smell that picture. Like I can smell the room. It's cigar smoke and isopropyl alcohol with menthol in it. And it's all those, and a lot of sweat and leather and the sound of like cops under the table gambling, screaming red and blue, because that's where you'd be like red and blue. They have like red headgear. Like this was an exhibition fight. Me and my brother were fighting each other in this one. So we didn't have an opponent, so they just have us fight each other. So that was one of the fights we opened up for my dad.
Well, they gave both y'all a trophy too, which is fucking sure.
It's like a participation trophy because it's an exhibition fight.
But if you both get one, I could see that. Just tell them both are the winner.
There's exhibition fights and then there's competition. These are exhibitions. So in an exhibition fight, you both get a trophy.
Got it.
You're just exhibiting the sport of boxing. Not really. It's not going. Nothing's going on your amateur record or anything like that. Dude. But then we ended up fighting other kids, and when they could find a boy our size to fight, we'd fight him. And so we would open up like the first 2 or 3 fights on the card would be kid fights.
Oh, that's fun.
So I joke around. I've been an opener for a long time, and but yeah, I really have.
There's nothing funner than watching a kid smoke cigarettes or fight another kid, a little kid.
I did both of those things.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about that. I think they should have a zoo where you get to watch people do unique shit.
Yeah.
If they had a section where a couple kids are sitting there smoking, like, don't have them smoke all day because I know it's bad for them.
It's bad for them.
But they get 2 cigarettes a day each. And it's like at a certain time they smoke and you all get to watch it.
For like 15 minutes a day, you get to come in and watch it.
And you could stream it too. If you didn't want to go in person, you could stream it. But you're telling me some kid's smoking it on my lunch break at 12:15 p.m. today, Gary or Robert or whatever is going to smoke. And
if you find a little Gary, let me know.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap him, protect him. That's a Gare breed right there.
Oh, that's Gary, Indiana, isn't it? Gary, Indiana is a wild place, I've heard.
Oh yeah.
But I would watch a kid. I would love to watch a kid smoke. Yeah. So, and that's maybe that sounds very Russian of me. I don't know. I've been online a lot.
No, I think smoking's a very American thing too.
But I just love I don't know. I love nostalgia too. That's something that I love, dude. I remember the first, going to funeral. I love the first of everything. Yeah. Because after the first time of everything lost a lot of luster for me in life, I think a lot of times. And I don't know why that is. And I don't mean it like super negatively, like I'm not down in the dumps or anything. Yeah. But it's the first, it's like, there's something fascinating about the first time of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, nostalgia it's a really effective tool as far as, making people go back to memories. Like whether it's
you get
smell.
Attached then. Yeah. When you get in your own memory, you're attached.
Yeah.
It's like, there's just something that attaches you there.
Yeah, and you can use senses to as an appendage to nostalgia, like a sense of smell, a sense of sight or sound, and touch, all that. And I think if you kind of use those senses and appendage them to a certain type of nostalgia